Pokemon Legends ZA is drawing ever closer, and with the recent Pokemon Presents last month, I am so late with this video. We finally got our very first brand new Mega Evolution revealed. Mega Dragonite. A Mega Pokemon everyone has been clamoring for ages. So of course the fans were happy. Alright, no, this is Pokemon. The fans will never be happy. Yeah, a lot of people say they don't like Mega Dragonites. I don't know why though. I personally really like the design. Maybe it could have some more blue accents, I guess, but I'm very satisfied with it. But Dragonite is not the only Mega Evolution that fans have been begging for. So in this video I'll be giving Mega Evolutions to the Pokemon that really deserved one. Hoi everybody, I'm Gary the Mothim and let's draw some Mega Evolutions. For years, a legend has been whispered among the people, foretelling the arrival of a being so perfect, it would bring an end to the franchise as we know it. Even just uttering its name shakes the fanbase to its very core. Mega Flygon. Yes, Mega Flygon is easily the highest demanded Pokemon of all time, with countless fan art and designs rocking the internet like a wave to a ship. After it was revealed that Flygon was meant to get a Mega Evolution, but never got one due to art block. I feel for you, Sigmori, I really do. I think a Mega Flygon would be the perfect counterpart to Mega Dragonite. Similarly to how Tyranitar and Aggron were counterparts in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. There's a little issue with this Mega though. It's too popular. Basically every possible design has already been drawn by fan artists, to the point that a new Mega Flygon couldn't possibly surprise anyone anymore. Though, I'm still going to try my best and get a unique Mega for this Pokemon, by taking inspiration from what Dragonite did. Upon Mega Evolution, it sprouts these beautiful wings on its head, similarly to how its pre-evolution Dragonair has a pair. So, for Flygon, I got the idea to tie its own unconnected feeling pre-evolution, Trapinch, into this design. I did this by adding orange accents as well as a helmet shaped like its jaws. Flygon already has a pair of pilot-like goggles, so connecting a helmet to them makes a ton of sense. They could also snapshot like a secondary armored jaw to trap opponents. Trapinch has a good reason to feel so unconnected to its evolutions. It's based on antlions. Antlions are these really interesting little flies. Well, they themselves are kind of boring, but their larvae are actually super cool. They have massive jaws and build scent pit traps to catch prey, a lot like Trapinch does. Though it is quite peculiar how in the beta for Ruby and Sapphire, Trapinch was actually a separate Pokemon altogether. Very odd, but yet another good reason why it's so different to Flygon. Good thing this Mega Evolution puts a nice bow on this entire line by harkening back to Trapinch. Put your hands together for Mega Flygon!
Mega Flygon, the Mystic Pokemon, a Dragon Ground type. Mega Flygon was deified by ancient desert people for its mysterious powers and ruthless strength. It whipped up such a devastating sandstorm that it wiped out their civilization. It has the ability Arena Trap.
I have to admit that this design is a bit clunky. If I had the time to redesign it, I definitely would have, but sadly I've got a very busy week in front of me. I still think it's a great design that manages to stand out from the plethora of other Flygon Megas, however. Another Pokemon that definitely should have gotten a Mega Evolution is Froslass. Clearly got one, so it's quite unfair that it didn't. Especially because it's just a much cooler Pokemon anyways. For this Mega, all I felt it needed was more of it. More of Froslass. It's already a really cool design, so coming up with a Mega for it was pretty simple and fun. The main aspect of it that stands out to me are the weird arms coming from its head. These resemble the long sleeves of a kimono, so I decided to expand upon these by making them longer and giving them cool, sharp icicle claws at their ends. It's ghost typing and inspiration of a ghostly snow lady from Japanese folklore, the Yuki-onna, inspired a lot of changes to this design. The Yuki-onna is a spirit from Japanese mythology that lures men who are lost in snowstorms into its house, only to kill them later. I added a set of icicles on the back of its head to resemble the shaggy hair of ghost women. I expanded the eyes of its body onto its arms to form these sharp icy blades. Very cool. Similar to knives hidden inside of the sleeves of an assassin, or those cool fictional bladed fans you see with many of these assassins, it was a pretty fitting inspiration to add on to froslass already. Also, here's a cool fact. These bladed fans are actually kind of real. The Japanese war fan known as the Tessen was a kind of fan with metal edges that samurai used in places where swords or other overt weapons were forbidden. So that's pretty neat. I think this is probably my best mega design in this video. This mega froslass is very cool and fearsome. Beware the stunning elegance of Mega Froslass.
Mega Froslass, the Snowland Pokemon. An Ice and Ghost type. It has an unhealthy amount of hatred and envy. It greedily freezes people it finds good looking, alive, and displays them with a morbid pride. It has the ability Snow Cloak.
This is one of my proudest Mega Evolutions to date. And I've kind of gaslit myself into wanting a Mega Evolution for Froslass now. So, Game Freak, make it happen, please. But besides Mega Froslass, there is also another Pokemon that got shafted when it comes to Mega Evolution. Slowking. Slowbro got itself a really charming Mega, but Slowking was completely forgotten. So I'm going to give it a fitting Mega Evolution inspired by a... Huh? What happened? Where did my footage go? Did it disconnect it? Larry! Larry, what's happening? Larry, you're supposed to be filming this. Huh? Oh, right. I should. Oh my god, have you been drinking the shelter toxins again? What? No, dude. I was just hanging out with Mega Slowking. and he's like, so cool. Remember the time I asked you to draw a new Slowpoke Evo? Yeah, that was so cool, dude. Just go to the dex entry, please. Meet Mega Slowking.
Mega Slowking, the royal Pokemon. A water and psychic type. The shelter absorbs all the power from Mega Evolution and changes into an indomitable armor. Its toxins grow more potent, and the Slowking is rendered brain dead. It constantly emits psychic waves that negatively affect your brain. It has the ability Shell Armor.
So yeah, my drawing process had some issues with the recording. So I'll just explain the design right now. I wanted this Pokemon to be a solid counterpart for Mega Slowbro, but switching it on its head. Quite literally. While Slowbro gets entirely swallowed from its tail up, leaving only the head poking out, Mega Slowking gets swallowed in the opposing direction, with only its feetsies sticking out, and its face peeping from a hole in the shell. I made its shelter look like a walking castle, with 4 spikes sticking out like towers, and Slowking's gems resembling windows. It's a very bulky design that I quite enjoy for its silliness and uniqueness. Sometimes you just kinda need a strange, silly Mega Evolution to stand apart from the crowd. Now, if you excuse me, I'm feeling a bit tired. My head hurts a little. I think I'm just gonna sit down for a bit. Like, these videos are so much work and effort, dude. I could use a short break. While you like and subscribe. It would like really help me out, dude. Thanks. Anyways, one of the biggest complaints of Mega Evolution was how limited and unbalanced the roster of selected Pokemon was. We have 20 Megas from Hoenn and 15 from Kalos. And yeah, we only have a single Mega Evolution from Unova. Mega Audino. Now, I really like Mega Audino. It's a good Mega, and I love how cute it is. But Unova has a whole lot of awesome Pokemon, so it's a crime that Chandelure didn't get one. This is one of my favorite, if not my single favorite Pokemon from Generation 5. So I feel a Mega could be really cool. A Mega Chandelure could do a lot of cool things with its design. The arms could make all sorts of cool shapes and patterns, and the fire could turn into something really clever. For my own Mega design, I decided to take inspiration from Diamond Chandelures, the expansive Chandelures that have a nasty tendency to fall on top of bad guys. Chandelure's body/head stays the exact same, but its arms grow longer and get these nasty claws. It also gets a third arm, which is definitely longer than mine. For the diamonds, I decided to give it floating upside down flames. These flames will be hanging beneath its arms, body, and candles. And they give the design something unique to help it stand out from the original Pokemon. Chandelure is actually inspired by the Will-O-Wisp, strange floating blue flames near bogs and swamps that lure people into the forest, causing them to get lost. So these odd floating flames are quite fitting addition to this design. When coloring, I at first just kept the colors the same as with the regular Chandelure, but then I got the idea to add some orange accents at the end of the flames. These caused the design to look more evolved, giving it some color contrast and adding that Mega in Mega Evolution. Don't go to the light! Don't go with Mega Chandelure!
Mega Chandelure, the luring Pokemon. A ghost and fire type. The flames below its body will entrance anyone who looks at them. Even the most strong-minded individuals will feel the urge to come closer. Being consumed by these flames is a terrible fate. It has the ability Flame Body.
Its shiny is a cool green. This is mainly from its regular shiny, but also a reference to Wambu! Yeah, peak mentioned everyone, peak mentioned! Now, for this final Pokemon, I want to make a worthy counterpart to Mega Froslass. A cool Pokemon that would make for an awesome Mega Evolution. Well, what other Pokemon could it be then? Mega Mothim! Yeah, no, nobody? Well, darn it, man, I think Mothim is cool, shut up! I actually didn't care for Mothim at first, as it is objectively the most mid Pokemon in most aspects. But as it became my mascot, I kind of warmed up to it, and now I really like it actually. I will not stand for any slander of me, I mean Mothim. Though, any Mothim slander will be taken very personally. Besides, Mega Mothim is actually a surprisingly good counterpart to Froslass, funny enough. They're both two-stage Pokemon originating from Gen 4. Both of them are gender-specific split evolutions. One is female and the other is male, and both of them have trash as their counterparts. Mothim a little more literally. I always thought that Mothim kind of has weird wings, with the strange orange parts at the end of them. Until I realized they kind of look like arms if you use your imagination. Which is actually very clever as this Pokemon is a known honey thief from Combee. So that was the aspect of its design I focused on. Its wings. I gave it these frankly awesome hand-like wings which give it a really interesting silhouette. They also give it that necessary X shape that all self-respecting Mega Evolutions have. Apparently. This part of its body is the main attraction, but I gave the rest of its body some love too. Ew. I decided to run with the burglar ID and made its eyes resemble a face mask, and the single stripe on its body turned into two differently sized ones, to resemble striped tees. Another thing I really like about Mothim is its colors. I mean, they are my channel colors. I can't just not love them, right? So I decided to add on to this already great color palette with some sleek red. This way it has a sort of gradient from yellow to orange to red, making its wings more striking and imposing. If it weren't for Mega Froslass being so freaking cool, this would have been my favorite design in this video. Hi everybody, I'm Gary the Mega Mothim!
Mega Mothim, the moth Pokemon. A bug and flying type. It becomes extremely materialistic upon Mega Evolution, attacking Pokemon to steal food they have, even though it can't eat anything anymore. As a result, it's very aggressive. It has the ability Compound Eyes.
I really want Mega Mothim to be good, dude. Mothim gets ridiculed so often, so I want it to be a joke no more. I min-maxed the ever-living heck out of its stats in order to make it a speedy physical attacker, and I gave it the ability Compound Lens, so it could be the inarguably best Compound Lens Stun Spore user in the game. Yeah, you know I'm taking this serious when I'm researching VGC movesets. Make my boy good, Game Freak! Please! Well. We have another batch of awesome Mega Evolutions for Pokemon Legends ZA. From most likely to least likely to appear, I'd say Mega Flygon, Mega Froslass, Mega Chandelure, Mega Slowking, and sadly lastly Mega Mothim. It's not happening, but at least I can dream, right? All of them are really good and unique in my opinion. Though none of them will ever be as good as Mega Barbaracle, obviously. But if you want to be just as awesome as Mega Barbaracle, then like and subscribe, and of course, have another wonderful day. I've been Gary the Mothim. Gotta catch me later. Hi everybody, I'm here with some quick thoughts on the new trailer that just dropped. Like, the day before I was set to release this video, I literally just finished editing and this trailer came out. So, yeah. It was a fun trailer about, if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it first. Mega Victory Bell, which is not a Pokemon I was expecting actually. Pretty surprising, but it makes sense because it has never really gotten any love from Game Freak before, so yeah, while its counterpart Vileplume did get a split evolution in Gen 2, Victory Bell was set to get a similar split evolution, but never got one, so it's pretty neat seeing it get some love from Game Freak. I also really like the design. It has a nice funny shape to it. It's definitely one of the sillier Mega Evolutions, which is quite funny contrasting with this more horror-oriented trailer. It has a fun blobular being to it, which is very cute. Well, not cute, more like silly, yeah, strange, funny. It looks like one of those blobs from Blob Opera, actually. Or maybe a singing monster. But I quite like it. I also like the vine that it wraps around its head, throat thing to prevent it from spewing its poison everywhere. That's a very cool detail. It just adds to the Mega Evolutions, which seem to be constantly suffering. this one is constantly throwing up. What a horrible fate. At first, when I read the description about this being the gaze of the sweet scent, I thought it would be something like Aromatisse, which is quite a shame that it wasn't Mega Aromatisse, because it's a Pokemon that really needs some more love, because the fans sure aren't gonna give it. I like the idea of the trailer too, like the mysterious cases all around Lumio City. That sounds like a fun idea for a bunch of other trailers for new Mega Evolutions. Which I'm expecting another trailer like this, maybe next week, or maybe in a few weeks or something, for another Mega Evolution. Similarly framed with being a case that they're going to solve. And the case is like about a Mega Evolution going ravaging through the city or something. I am a little bit worried about this being another Gen 1 Pokemon. We already had Mega Dragonite revealed, and now we have Mega Victory Bell, which I'm not complaining, those are good Mega Evolutions in my eyes. But I'm a bit worried they're going to do the thing they did earlier again, with giving Mega Evolutions to only Gen 1 and Gen 3 Pokemon. Especially, like, Gen 1 Pokemon. Gen 3 makes a lot of sense, because Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But I'm scared they're gonna give more love to Gen 1 Pokemon, and they're gonna ignore Gen 5 and Gen 6 especially again. Which is still a bit of a worry that I have, so I hope they reveal some kind of Generation 6 Mega Evolution. That would at least ease my mind a little bit. Though, you know, Mega Victory Bell is still very cool, so this worry is not a critique of that design. So yeah, have another wonderful day, everybody!